Hey guys, Irene here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I have something a bit different for you. This video was shot POV style on my Insta360. I did shoot this last summer in Ukraine in my hometown while visiting my family, and I really wanted to capture portraits in places that I grew up around. I didn't have my videographer with me, so I literally just strapped the action cam to my forehead and filmed the behind the scenes that way. It came out a little bit wonky, not gonna lie, but I really love the photos I got from this shoot, so I just had to share it even though it's hurting my perfectionist self just a bit. The gorgeous model in this shoot is Nastya, who's actually a local from my hometown, which made this whole photo shoot feel even more special and authentic. And I used my Hasselblad X2D with the 90V lens, and honestly I just love that setup for this concept. I feel like it suited the overall vibe so well. So let's just get started and hopefully you still enjoyed the video. So the first location by the wooden fence is in my grandparents' apartment backyard. In Ukraine, it's really common for apartment buildings to have little communal gardens in the areas in the backyard, especially the older ones from the Soviet Union. So that's what you see behind the fences. They're just little communal gardens. I love the texture of this fence and how I could use it as a leading line in the composition. And there was also an apple tree in this spot, which was perfect because we could use it as a prop and have Nastya interact with some of the apples that have fallen from the tree. I always like making my models interact with the environment because I feel like it makes the photos look way more natural and believable, like they actually belong in that space instead of just posing in front of it. And it also really helps with posing because people usually look more relaxed when they have something to do or interact with. So this was actually Nastya's first ever photo shoot, and honestly I really love working with inexperienced models. There's just something so fun and special about seeing their reaction when I show them the back of the camera and they realize how beautiful the photos are turning out. I also feel like people who have never modeled before often have that really natural energy in front of the camera that I personally love. Something that I always do during photo shoots is circle around my model and take photos from all different angles. You really never know if the opposite direction from where you originally started shooting might actually end up looking even better. So I tried that here, but honestly still ended up liking the original spot more. And here I'm telling Nastya to lean onto the fence. Remember, interacting with the environment is one of the best ways to get more natural looking poses. And also, I always like to demonstrate the poses myself. For the last shots at this spot, I decided to take off the shirt. Sometimes less is more, and honestly, we ended up ditching the shirt for the rest of the shoot because I just really love the simpler look. Now we're at the second location, and again I'm demonstrating how Nastya can interact with the fence. She can lean onto it, sit on it, just kind of pose around it naturally instead of just standing there, which can look a little bit awkward. I I chose this spot because I really liked how the trees in the background almost framed the fence, and the path with the gate opening, and the whole scene was just kind of very symmetrical, and I love playing with symmetry in my shots. And here I decided to use a prop. Since we were wandering around these garden areas, I grabbed my grandma's old watering can. I love using props because again, they make the posing feel a lot more natural since the model has something to interact with, but they also add a bit more interest and the storytelling aspect to the photos. Okay, moving on to the next location. Normally, I probably wouldn't even consider this spot, but as we were passing by, I noticed that the light here was absolutely stunning. And honestly, that's the thing. Sometimes a location can seem super ordinary in real life, but if the light is beautiful, it can end up looking amazing in photos. So always pay attention to the light. I often pick some random weeds, leaves, or flowers growing around to use as props. And here I picked some flowers that grew from the side of the fence. I gave them to Nastya to hold. And even really simple little addition like this can make the image feel a lot stronger and a lot more interesting. I often get asked how I shoot my backlit portraits, and usually I look for a big open spot exactly like this, where some of the backlight is naturally getting reflected back onto the model. Here I think some of the light was actually bouncing off of the buildings in front of Nastya, so it was almost like having a built-in reflector. But not all backlit spots work the same, and a lot of them won't give you this kind of soft glowing look, so you just have to keep looking. Shooting strong backlit portraits like this is definitely not easy, and sometimes your camera struggles to focus, or it's hard to get just the right amount of backlight without the flares completely overpowering the image. But when you finally do get it right, it's just so worth the effort because the photos end up looking so dreamy and magical. This is why it's one of my favorite ways to shoot portraits. Okay, let's continue down the path to our next spot. And again, I really love the light here and all the greenery surrounding the area. I also like that I could play around with putting some greenery in front of my lens to create even more depth in the images. And of course, we pulled out the watering can again to use as a prop. I will often look for a spot for my model to sit because sitting poses are usually way more comfortable and relaxed than standing poses. This especially helps when someone is not super experienced with modeling because once the people are more comfortable, they naturally start giving you better and more natural poses. So here I just got Nastya to sit on the sidewalk and pose naturally from here. Something that really helps me during the photo shoots is showing the photos to the model as I'm shooting. Don't be afraid to do this. I know a lot of beginners avoid showing the back of the camera because the images might look unfinished right out of the camera, but honestly it helps so much. It gives the model a better understanding of what the photos are actually going to look like, and once they have that visual reference, they usually follow directions way better and become a lot more confident in front of the camera. After I got the sitting poses that I liked, I asked Nastya to stand on the sidewalk and hold the watering can. We actually filled it with water because I wanted to get some action shots with the water spilling out, and I thought that this was the perfect spot for it. And then the sun came out even more and started backlighting the whole area so beautifully, and honestly I ended up getting some of my favorite shots of the entire shoot here. At this point, the sun hid behind the clouds, so we have to move to a brighter spot where I was still getting some soft backlight and I was able to snap this shot. Then I saw this cherry tree, so obviously we had to take some photos there. We grabbed one of the cherries and had Nastya pretend to eat it. This way we were kind of creating a little story about a girl watering the plants in her garden and then stopping for a little snack. Continuing our little story, now she decided to take another break by this tree, and it honestly looked like the perfect spot to sit and chill for a bit. I was honestly thinking about finishing the shoot here because it kept staying cloudy, but then the sun suddenly came out again. So we rushed back to the spot with the nice backlight and I took a few more portraits there. And finally, for these last shots, we went back to one of the spots we had already shot at before because I wanted to get a few more photos with this beautiful sunlight before it disappeared. Alright, before we finish the video, I just wanted to show you how much light can completely change an image. The photo on the left was shot a few hours later once the sun came out versus the photo on the right when the sun was still hiding behind the clouds. Totally different look and mood. Honestly, I like both for different reasons, but let me know which one you prefer. And that's it for today's video. I have a few more videos coming from the same trip from my hometown, so stay tuned for those. And don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!